Welcome once again. It is the day after election. And, well, there's a lot of talk, and there's been a lot of talk for a while now, but people are now talking about how it's separating people, where, like, my team won, or how the hell did... People are surprised that fucking Trump is elected president. See, this is the thing that gets me. How the fuck are you surprised that somebody was voted into office that was right there on stage? You got to pick two, 50-50, right? And one of them was picked. You only have two choices. How the fuck are you surprised? Are you fucking brain dead? Are all Americans becoming this just safe zone, nanny state, fucking welfare recipient, just fucking dumbass? Or are you going to start taking ownership of realization and be like, there was two candidates. One of them was picked. Oh my God, it had to be Trump. It's like, if you're watching football and you're in the I almost call it the World Series. God, I've been out of sports for a while. The Super Bowl. And there's two teams in there. You want one team to win, but the other team wins. Oh my God, I'm so surprised. How the fuck? Like, I don't understand that mentality. I don't understand that mentality. Now, if the Green Bay Packers, and I don't know who's winning right now, who's the best team in the league, I'm just naming two. If the Green Bay Packers are a team in the Super Bowl, they beat all the other teams, they made it to the Super Bowl, and then on the other side, let's say, I don't know, who's AFC? The Buffalo Bills were on the other side, and they're both in the Super Bowl. The only way I would be surprised is if the San Francisco 49ers won. That's how you can surprise me. You have two teams, one of them won. What the fuck are you surprised about? Now, if they're beating all the other teams to make it to the Super Bowl, they just beat the fucking league. Chances are they could beat this team too. Am I right? So when Donald Trump destroyed the Republicans, became the president candidate, probably the fastest of all time, just destroyed them all, and people were surprised then. Okay, you can be surprised then. Wow, Donald Trump, he's not even Republican. He's, it's not really making sense, but okay. And then, he's a candidate, and then he's left down to him and Hillary, and he beat Hillary. How the fuck are you? I don't understand what the surprise is. I don't understand how everyone on my Facebook's either, yeah, Trump won, yeah, my team won, and then the other half's like, how the fuck did we let this happen? And then I just don't understand how people are surprised. I don't understand. It boggles my mind. So let's dive into a few things. Give me a second. So, diving into it, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Now, I've said this before, I might as well say it again, all right? Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, it's well known before the election that they're friends. It's well known. I mean, they might not be like great friends. They could have just been business partners or some shit. Not business partners, but conducting business. Stuff of that nature, trying to get laws passed and whatever. They know each other. They go to the same parties. Donald Trump was invited to like another presidential party. I don't remember which one it was. It was like a dinner or something. Anyways, point is, Donald Trump has not been 100% out of the loop. I'm not here to say that I'm a Trump supporter. I'm not really a Trump supporter. Am I happy he won? Sure. I'm actually kind of happy he won. Am I surprised? Would I be surprised if Hillary won? No. Would I be surprised if Donald won? No. I'm not surprised. See, the thing people are failing to realize is that it's a puppet show. It's a charade. It's more or less a play. They put on an act for you guys, and obviously Donald Trump wasn't going to keep that type of act after he won. First thing he did, he celebrated by saying, "Thank you, Hillary Clinton. You fought really hard. We fought really hard, and wanted to unite people back together." Very noble, and I gotta admit, for a president, Donald Trump is actually a good president. I'm not saying good as in he's going to abolish the IRS, abolish the Federal Reserve, kick out the banksters, kick out the fucking, drain the swamp, as he puts it. Just because he doesn't do that doesn't mean he's a good president. Barack Obama was a good president. Now, his position, I don't agree with. I don't think we need a president. I don't think we need Congress. I don't think we need anything that rules over us in government, in the banks. Personally, I'm an anarchist, so I'm unbiased here. Am I happy that Trump won? Sure. I am happy. Do I think that it's going to be significant change where now I can sit back and relax? It's all taken care of. Donald Trump isn't president, was elected president. No, he's president, but it doesn't mean that we can't be vigilant and at least hold him accountable for some of the things he said. Did he say that he was going to release all the pages of 9/11? I think I heard something like that. I'm not sure if they did. How about, he said a few things, like draining the swamp. If he does that shit, I'm going to be happier, Just the fact that he's in there is okay, in my opinion. Am I okay with the system? No. I don't hate the player. I hate the game. The whole game is rigged up against us. Now, I believe that they weren't going to allow Hillary to be president, even if the majority of the people actually voted for her in the whole nine and she got the most votes. I still don't believe in voting. I don't believe both of the candidates are number one for the people, but I definitely believe that Trump has more of a heart than Hillary does. Personally, that's what I believe. It's okay to believe that if you want, if you don't look into Hillary's shit and you're just, listening to mainstream media and they're throwing every name in the book at Trump without logic or reasoning, and if you buy into that narrative, that's fine. I actually have a brain. I'm actually a pretty smart guy. Very high levels of awareness. But I see through the lines of everything. I'm not saying Trump is our savior. He is not. He is not your savior. Those puppet masters are still there. Everything is still in place the way it was. Trump has like 2 months before he claims the White House. Do you think, I don't know what day he gets in there, let's say he gets in there the 20th, right, of January. He gets in the White House. Do you think from the 19th to the 20th, people are just going to lose their jobs and, CEOs of corporations are just going to be like, no, I can't be here, Trump's here? No, shit's the same. Same people are in power. Same secret societies are still constructing their business. They're still having pedophile rings. Donald Trump isn't saving anything of that. Hillary Clinton most certainly wouldn't. We all know that one. Well, sometimes I give people too much credit. But ultimately, those puppet masters are still going to be in play. Bill Hicks said something very wise in his comedy sketch. And it wasn't really wise as in, more importantly, sort of true. It gives you the idea that big elitist corporations, banksters, people just millionaires, trillionaires, are behind the scenes that construct what goes on. I mean, Bilderberg, we can go on and on about secret meetings of globalists and the whole nine, but the globalists, the elitists, Bill Hicks said, basically, if you're elected president, you go into a smoky room, right? Cigar smoke everywhere. And all they do is say, welcome, sit down. They have a projector that comes down, and then they have an angle of the JFK assassination that you've never seen before. They put up the curtain, the lights come back on, and then they're like, I don't remember what he says, but basically, you understand? Don't fuck up. We run this shit. Now, the reason why that's wise and true, it's not just that's what happens. They take you into a smoky room and that's exactly what happens. They show you an angle of the JFK assassination, exactly how you've never seen it before, and exactly this notion. No, not exactly like that. But it's pretty obvious to people that have their third eye awoken, to people that can see deeper than just, I elected this president, he makes all the freaking decisions. He doesn't. He has to play ball. If the president doesn't play ball, you saw what happened when JFK had Executive Order 111110. I think it's 5 ones and a 0. That had a huge deal with him getting shot. He took the power out of the Federal Reserve for the first time since the Federal Reserve was constructed. And, was it a week later or something like that? Yeah, I think it was a week later he got shot. He took the power out of the private central Rothschild type bank and gave it to the government, which the government was, people believed, governed by the people, controlled by the people, but it isn't. It's controlled by the banksters. It's controlled by the higher-ups. It's controlled by those people you don't see. You might know the names, like some of them, like Soros or Rothschilds or Rockefeller or DuPont or you name it, you might know some of the names, right? However, there's a lot more behind the scenes that you are not aware of. You might get some of those access. You might get access to a list of the Bilderberg members, but imagine all the Bilderberg members that don't show up, or not just Bilderberg members, but like the elitists who don't show up. Now think about it. Do you really think there's only 100 people that run the world? No. There's not even just 100 families that run the world. No. Now, we're looking at a large group of people you've never seen on camera, never seen a photograph of, never uses a cell phone, doesn't use an iPad, doesn't eat from McDonald's. You're not going to see him shopping at Walmart. The real elites that are behind the scenes, that you wonder why you don't know anyone from the secret societies. You don't hear anybody say, yeah, I was in this secret society. Yeah. Shout out to Skull and Bones, as elected the president. No. You don't see that shit. It's all a secret. They don't want you to know. If you were born a mouse into the world as a mouse, coming out of your mother, and, you have all your other little baby mice, and you're in a cage, just big enough to basically kind of get you to walk around a little bit, right? That's all you're going to know. You might see 1 or 2 people on the outside, but believe you me, there's a lot more people behind the scene. It might not be influencing your life personally, but best believe they are controlling the higher-ups. As you probably already know, if you're doing research and stuff, the CEOs, the high-ups, the people, the presidents of corporations, obviously the USA is a corporation, the US government is a corporation, and the president of that corporation is now Donald Trump. And obviously, these higher-ups are generally from secret societies, people that were born into families from like the Illuminati, right? People that basically had an easy life, but went through the secret societies. Some of them learned, magic. And, it's funny how, like, spirit cooking came out. Like, Hillary Clinton's involved in spirit cooking, or her advisors, or her administration. Come on. Spirit cooking? That's baby food in the occult world. Spirit cooking is nothing. Sorry. It's nothing. It's not. I mean, I will do a video on the occult and all the black magic stuff and the sorceress magic, stuff of that nature. It's real shit. People use this all the time. Just you don't know about it. And that's what my channel is for, because it opens your minds to new possibilities, new things that you haven't thought of before. This video might be something you already know. You might know every freaking thing I said already about puppet masters and people behind the scenes. Well, here's the real shit, all right? If you're a Trump supporter, don't just sit back and do nothing. Understand that now he has to play ball with his puppet masters. How he plays ball is up to Donald. You know what I mean? How he plays ball. He might be, in one instance or another, he is playing ball. He has. First off, you would not be president of the United States if you're not playing some sort of ball. You wouldn't be. Guaranteed. That's not just an opinion. It's not just an opinion. Do you think, let's say, the world is run by this elitist community, for lack of a better word, and this community has everything worked out where it keeps you a slave, keeps them on top. Do you think that they're going to just be like, you know what, let's let Donald in, if they thought that they couldn't work with him? If Donald isn't working with his master, it's like you go to work at McDonald's, all right? And you go up to stage, or you go up to McDonald's and you go up to the hiring manager, and the hiring manager says, you know what, asks you all these questions. We can work with you. Meaning, you got to play ball. When you're hired, you need some sense given to the hiring manager that you're playing ball. Now, if you look like, fuck this, I'm just going to put on my headphones, ignore the customer, and really look like you're not playing ball, I'm telling you, you're not going to get hired. If you go up to that interview being like, you know what, I don't give a fuck about this job, I don't give a fuck about you, if you come up with that mentality, which Donald Trump did come up with, basically drain the swamp, blah, blah, blah. Now, there's some degree of working with his puppet masters. It's not necessarily, I got you because I got money into you. It's not like I gave you $2 million, now you gotta put this into legislation. Now you have to, play ball with us on these levels. No, it's not like that. It's more or less like Bill Hicks said. You want a bullet through your fucking brain? We can easily kill you and make it look like a drug overdose. We do it all the time. We can easily have your car or your limo or whatever you're driving and just go and wrap around a tree. Easy. No one will ever know. No one would even ever suspect it would come back to us. It definitely wouldn't come back to us. We're the elite. We don't follow your laws. Your laws are, for the slaves. Those laws are to keep people slaves. So, Donald, at one level or another, has to be playing ball. And that's the only thing that I have to make it known. Now, I don't have evidence towards this. I'm just using thought processes, reasons for it. Just kind of give you an idea of how it works. I don't have evidence. Trump isn't even in the White House yet. We still got 2 more months before we start getting evidence, all right? But I got some reason and logic behind it. If you're a hiring manager, right? If you're not going to hire someone if they're not playing ball. It's just that simple. It's pretty much just that simple. Again, I don't believe in voting. I don't believe in the system. I don't hate the players. Again, if a police officer pulled me over and said, you're going too fast, I got to write you a ticket and extort money out of you, I'm not going to hate the police officer. I'm not that simple-minded. I hate the system. I may wake up the police officer or try to say something to the police officer, but not negatively and not trying to provoke him and not try to act like it's your fault, you don't have to be doing this, you're just a pawn in this game. I wouldn't be doing that. I don't hate the player. I hate the game. And I hate politics. It's all lying. It's all corruption. Donald Trump, when he gets in office, do you think, boom, no more corruption? Oh, Donald Trump's in office. Oh, he's coming in. Oh, he's in office now. We gotta stop doing what we're doing. He might put us in jail. Get fucking real. Get fucking real. Donald Trump is playing ball. It might not be at the level of Hillary Clinton playing ball, but in some instances, I don't know how much he's playing ball. Whether it's 1% of playing ball or 80% of playing ball, he's playing ball. First off, if you're playing baseball, right, you could be that guy in the outfield, seeing a ball coming towards you and just moving away from it, not playing, right? You're still on the field. You're still playing ball. Whether it's 1% of you, like you're just there, or you're actually catching the ball and slowly giving it to the second baseman to get someone out. Or you're that guy who's catching the ball, throwing it to second base, getting him out, throwing it to first base, getting him out. You know, how much are you playing ball? How much is Donald Trump playing ball? We don't know. We can speculate. If you throw in the comments right now, he's not playing ball at all, you're fucking out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You don't see things how they are. You're seeing things how you project them to others. How you are isn't how Donald Trump is. Get that out of your mind. He might say a lot of really good things, but he isn't you. And if you were in the presidential election and got picked, you'd have to play ball too. You wouldn't figure that shit out real quick. I guess that's all I'm saying. Don't just sit back and relax. Make them accountable. Try to believe. The more people believe we run the government as opposed to Donald Trump or his administration or Congress runs the government, we run the government. And if you believe that, it's true. And if enough people believe that, you know, then we can make a change. Because they're not going to go up on stage and say, you actually have no power, when there's so many people coming together believing that we have power. That might be weird for you guys, but I already told you in the past, reality is subjective, and that form of subjective can form into an objective. It's all in the mind, baby. Alright, I guess that's it for this. I have tons more content. I want to be talking about bullying next, so I'm going to stop this video and talk about bullying. Stay tuned for that content.